This is Crescendo, the music philosophy podcast. Welcome to Crescendo Podcast. I'm back again this week. I know we took a little break from the show for a few weeks. Today, I thought I'd do a little something different. I have in my free time, I spend a long time on the depths of SoundCloud, and I just search through. I go through the SoundCloud stations. I do everything. I do the stations. I just look. Who are people following? I check them out. I look at stuff, and I look around, and I end up finding some really cool stuff, and I save it, and I end up having this big library of just songs that I really like, and I was like, well, why don't I just put that on a podcast? That's a great idea. So these are there's 6 or 7, I think it's 7, of my favorite songs that I have compiled from the depths of SoundCloud, and maybe I'll do more of these if I get some good feedback. So we have everything from let's see, we have the artist Bloom, we have Snare Skin on here, we have Ellie V, I don't know if I pronounced your name right, sorry. But they're all stuff that I really like a lot. So let's get started. The first thing is actually a little whip that I did real quick. I just wanted to throw at the beginning. I would love to get some feedback on it for people. I make music very casually, but I just want to see what people like. All right, so first, I don't know what to call this. I need a name for this song, so someone should send me a message, tell me what the name should be. But this is by me, Maywood, and then the next will be Atura and Antihero, Distant, the Bloom remix, which is pretty awesome too. I picked this song, and I really like this song because I'm really into jazz and classical music, so I really like the incorporation, first of all, with all the kind of ambient sounds, and also the sound design itself is just, I think, is really, really good. Also, technically, it's just very, very complicated and amazing, I think. So props to Bloom on this epic remix, and here we go. Next up is Ellevees. I'm sorry if I just butchered your name, but it's spelled Ellevee, so it's pretty easy to spell. But this is Fly Low, and I thought this was just gorgeous. I listened to her songs on SoundCloud, and I was just blown away. Her vocals, just phenomenal. The mix she did, it's just amazing. So it's a little different from the first song, but I thought it was equally as amazing. So here we go.
I'll wait for the birds to fly home. Till then, I'll keep pushing these stones. So many paths to cross. It's so easy to get lost. Fly low, so that I can see you soar. Fly low, 'cause I wanna see you. I'll sing my chimes to the wind. Who knows, maybe you'll hear something. I'll wait for the sun to fall before the light turns small. Fly low, so I see a shadow. Fly low, I wanna see so that I can see you soar. Fly low, yeah. I guess I always knew haven't needed you. Haven't needed you. Haven't needed you. Fly low, so that I can see you soar. Fly low, so that I can see you soar. Fly low, so that I can see you soaring. Fly low, show me your halo.
Oh man, I love that song. Anyway, next up we have Woods by Janie. This is probably the most played song in this entire thing. It has 170K plays on SoundCloud, which is kind of a lot. So congrats to Janie for his success with this song. But I like it a lot because he labeled it as #orchestrap, which I think it's a little more in the future category, but it is definitely orchestra. There's definitely orchestra elements to it. So for me, again, this is very fusion-y between future, very similar to the first song in that sense. Also, the sub, I consider myself to be kind of a sub connoisseur, and let me just say this one is pretty awesome. And also, we see that in Snare Wizard at the end by what do you call it? What's his name? Snareskin. So up next is Janie. I'm sorry. Wow. Up next is Woods by Janie. Here we go. So for me, I actually want to know if that song was recorded or if it's all MIDI instruments. And either way, I'm going to be amazed. So Janie, I hope I'm not butchering your name. Send me a message. Let me know how you did it. I think that song is amazing. Anyway, next we have, this is something I randomly found. This is like a 15-second clip. It made me laugh so much. I got to play it first, and then we'll go on to the next song. That was Bad Pipes because it was just called Bad Pipe on SoundCloud by Inktone, which was actually on the show earlier. So big shout out to him back again. Next we have Canvas by Lotus, which I think is just amazing. And it is probably the most unique, just the unique use of samples that I've ever heard. Just the way the whole soundscape kind of blends together for me was just like actually jaw-dropping. It was amazing. So the first time I heard this, it was unreal. It still is unreal every time I hear it. So here we go. This is Canvas by Lotus, and every song on his SoundCloud profile, or her, I'm sorry, I just assumed your gender, actually. I'm sorry. It could be he or her. Mysteries. Anyway, this is gorgeous, amazing, absolutely beautiful. Phenomenal. Anyway, next up we have we have Malfunction by Psychism, and this was actually on Delta Sigma Records, which was again on the show earlier. So I heard this the first time, absolutely amazing. Again, this is just the elite things on my playlist, guys. So everything is going to be absolutely amazing. But here we go. This is Malfunction by Psychism. What particularly struck me about the song that you just listened to was just like the sound, some of those growl sound design. Oh, that's just gorgeous. I mean, like, I had listened to that on my, like, and I turned on the sub that I have in my studio here, and it was like, and it made the whole room shake, and I was like, that's right. Okay, the next song we have probably, again, polar contrast, but super chill. I love it a lot. This is, it's Trinket by Outermost Reaches. Sorry, I never know the names. I just like listen to them like, wow, that's cool. But this is Trinket by Outermost Reaches. Some of the neuro sound design. Again, more sound design, but oh, sounds so good. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have Incendiary by featuring Bella Musser by Covex, which I think is pretty awesome too. It's unclear whether he is the one singing the second verse, but I think it is, and it sounds pretty good. So here we go. All right, for a kind of finale, it's not a finale because I like all these songs, but I really like this song. So this is Snare Izzard by Snareskin. Snare Izzard. I don't know, Snare Izzard. But I think it's phenomenal again, and some of the jazz elements, I've been getting really into this genre, and I like it a lot. It's crazy good. The sound design is crazy good. Everything is so good. Okay, here we go. And again, the sub connoisseur, I think I really like this sub. It's like, it's got that meat to it. So you'll see what I mean, but here we go. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to this week's edition of Crescendo Podcast. Hope you liked all the music. You can go check out all the links below in the description. You can see all the artists and all of the songs there that they have. They're all amazing artists. You should go check them out and follow them on SoundCloud. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, the one and only iTunes. You can follow me on SoundCloud. You can comment and hit that like button, comment what you think is interesting. Thank you so much for listening to this week edition of Crescendo Podcast. If you want me to do more of these mix episodes, then send me a message on SoundCloud or email at me, crescendopodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening to this week's edition of Crescendo Podcast, and that's it for today.